Hey, what's going on, everybody? How you doing? Let me make sure I'm coming through okay before we get started. Okay, please let me know if you can see me okay. Please let me know if you can hear me okay. For those of you who are tuning in, because it looks like it might be a little delay. Matter of fact, let me grab my cell phone so I can check. Again, I don't know if I like this new system. Let's see. Oh, and sorry that I'm late. I apologize. I swear I really meant to start on time, but things happen. Things happen. So let me just pull up the live here. Oh, and sorry. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I was coming in okay because it looked like it was buffering. It looked like it was buffering or it was behind. But anyway, welcome to the live, everyone. We are going to be discussing The Have and the Have Nots, Season 7, Episode 4. And if you have watched the show, if you have been keeping up with the Have and Have Nots, please make sure that you comment in the chat. Let me know, how you feel about anything we talk about or, any of the cast members on the show. Please feel free to put it in the chat, your thoughts on the last episode. And the last episode, I think it was, what was it called? It was called, was it Demon Seed, Demon Son? It was, it was Evil Offspring. And you know exactly who they were referring to if you've been keeping up with the show as far as Evil Offspring. They are talking about Wyatt. Wyatt is crazy. He is evil. He's a lunatic. I don't know where his parents went wrong raising him. I know they weren't the perfect parents, but they did give him, everything as far as, financially, stability. But where they lacked was love. And I think that's really the main thing that made Wyatt who Wyatt is to this day. But anyway, I'm pretty sure that's why they named the episode that Evil Offspring. Now, at the beginning of the episode, we saw how Wyatt, excuse me. Well, actually, Wyatt. Okay, we have found out up to now that Wyatt, when we thought that he had shot Catherine and we thought that he had shot Jim, and we knew afterwards that he did shoot Jim. We found out afterwards that he didn't really shoot his mother, and that what actually happened was he shot over his mother, and she had I don't know, in the shock of thinking you're being shot at, I assume she kind of fell backwards into the water after the gunshot. She kind of just lurched back into the water in the tub. And so when the police came, she was kind of just trying to, get up out the tub and get up out the water because she was laid back in the water and, in shock and everything. So anyway, she was not shot. But Jim was shot, and Jim is still in the hospital. The last we saw, they was trying to resuscitate him, giving him the, I don't know exactly what they are, but what they're called. But the thing that shocks you and everything when they're trying to get your heart back to pumping and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, Catherine has now been taken to jail. In the last episode, we saw how she was arrested for Jennifer Salazar murder. And we saw they took her to jail. And I was thinking that they might possibly have her and Wyatt in the same location, not the same jail cell, especially since he just shot at her and shot his father, which is her husband. So I knew they weren't going to be in the same jail cell, but they were in the same vicinity. He was directly across the way from her and up there antagonizing her and pestering her and bothering her. But what was so funny, y'all, excuse me, forgive me. What was so funny, and I don't even know if I should be laughing. But when Catherine refused to go into the jail cell because it had an open bathroom, they was like, who the hell you think you are? This is not your mansion. You is not at home. You is not the queen of the place. So you're going to take your butt on in this jail cell and get in there, bathroom, open it all. Hey, make it quick. Make it quick. See, that I think that's the only problem I would have in jail. If I was ever to go to jail or prison, I think that's the only problem I would have is if I had to use the bathroom in front of people. Even when I was a younger child in high school, junior high, I used to hate showering around a bunch of females and just being out in the open like that, even though they might have a little shower curtain or something. I hated it. So during gym, I always got a low grade. And it ain't because I was this delicious woman that I am today, because I was really fit and really fine back then. You know what I'm saying? Really small and petite. And you know what I'm saying? I hated to sweat. I hated to get my hair messed up. I hated to wake up early in the morning before school and get my hair just laid and slayed in the way I wanted it to, even when I really didn't really know how to do hair. Because when I was like a teenager, like 12, 13, 14, I was still like tomboyish. So I really didn't know how to do my hair and all that kind of stuff. But about time, 15 and 16 came around, I kind of figured it out. But still, regardless how my hair looked in the morning, I hated to go to gym and I hated to sweat. So I always had a low grade in gym because it was only certain things that they could make me do. Anything else, I'll be like, whatever. But anyway, that's the only thing that I think that would drive me crazy. If you're in jail, you're in prison, of course you got to deal with your surroundings and whatnot, but using a bathroom in front of everybody, showering in front of everybody, that would kill me. But anyway, they must have shocked her with that taser to get her in that jail, and I was hollering. She was all on the ground. Come on, you shocked me. And then Veronica, she walks up, and Veronica, I cannot stand her. I'm waiting for somebody to either take her out or make her feel exactly the way that she has made a lot of people feel in her life. But anyway, she walks up. She sees Catherine laying around on the ground, shaking and stuff. She's like, why are you in here? Catherine wants her to help her out and wants her to try to get her out of jail. But Veronica ain't having that. She's like, no. We don't even like each other. I don't even like you anymore. So why would I try to get you out of jail? Now, I really truly think that those words are going to come back to bite Veronica in the butt, because for some reason, I think Veronica is going to need her eventually. Like Catherine was saying, oh, you need me. For one, Catherine has a lot of dirt on her. A lot of people have a lot of dirt on Veronica, but Veronica thinks that she is this almighty goddess queen, of the city, and that can't nobody take her down. That seems to be what's been going on, but I think it's really about to take a change. It's about to take a turn for as far as her not trying to help Catherine. I think that's going to come back to bite her in the butt. And also this thing with Real and this thing with Quita. Like when Veronica went to the jail, Remember last episode, Derek had came to her house and told her that Real needs her to get his girlfriend, baby mama, Quita, out of jail. And so she went down there reluctantly. She didn't want to at first, but Real was threatening to, turn on her. And so she went down there. She got got Quita out of jail. Quita gets out of jail. Quita's a trip. I cannot believe Quita is back. I had to put Quita on the thumbnail because I'm like, hold up, Quita, where you been? The last I remember of Quita, it was when her brother Quincy, remember when he disappeared? We knew that he was dead, but she didn't know that he was dead. She really didn't know. And then she had went to Candace's house and saw blood in her house, and then she tried to get the police to do an investigation to find out if her brother was murdered in Candace's house. And anyway, he never turned up. That is the last that I remember of Quita. And then now she's back and she's locked up, and Real wants Veronica to get her out of jail. Again, that's another person threatening Veronica. Now, keep in mind, Veronica been getting threats for the last 2 episodes. When she had David and his girlfriend, when she planned the bomb, she didn't plant the bomb, but she planned for the bomb. She planned for the explosion. David didn't die. His girlfriend did. So, in that explosion, somebody by the name of Rios died. Now, on top of that, then she sent the goons back to David's house to kill David and her son, Jeffrey. And everybody that's tuning in, please make sure you like the video, share the video if you like. We're just discussing the Have and Have Not season 7, episode 4. And so during that little attack, when she sent the goons to kill David and her son, Jeffrey, they wasn't prepared for Jeffrey and them to have guns. So 2 more goons passed away. They came back to Veronica last episode. They broke into her house and told her they wanted her to pay for the funeral expenses, make sure the families of the ones who died was taken care of. She didn't want to do it because she's like, y'all thugs, y'all goons, y'all criminals, y'all gangsters. Why should I have to pay for y'all? Why should I have to pay for the funeral expenses and one of y'all, takes a fall on a hit that y'all are paid to do? Like, y'all supposed to be prepared for that kind of stuff. But anyway, she was like, okay, fine, I'll pay for y'all expenses. Quita is like, well, why the hell do my baby daddy needs me to sign something to say that you got me out of jail? Not anybody else, but you got me out of jail. Basically, what it is if she does not have the proof that she got her out of jail, then Real is going to flip on her and he's going to snitch on her. There's a lot of people who have a lot of dirt on Veronica. And again, I think this is all going to come back and get corroded. Quita was like, you no longer have 9 lives. Like, how many lives do you think you have left? Veronica, she been scot-free for a long time. She done held things over other people's head. She done covered up things for people as well. But still, a lot of people have a lot of dirt on Veronica. And I, amongst others, is ready for them to take her down. But anyway, she let Quita out. Quita, she finally signed the paper saying, okay, Veronica, she was the one who got me out of jail. She was the one who I don't know if she got her out of jail or she got her like a bond and she paid the bond, or, we don't know the details right now. We don't know the details if she talked them into reducing the charges or letting her out on her own recognizance. We don't know any of that right now. All we know is that Quita is out of jail. So therefore, for right now, Veronica thinks she's safe and she thinks Real is not going to rat on her. Now, about Candace and Benny. And hey, everybody who's coming in, I'm trying to do this review real quick because I know it's late. It's really late. But as far as Candace and Benny, last episode we saw how Candace, she was going around looking for her brother Benny. Their mom was calling around trying to find Benny. She had heard from Wyatt's own mouth, that his father Jim had planned a kidnapping for Benny because of the fact that Candace has yet to return the $8 million that she stole from Jim Cryer. So before Jim Cryer was shot, he had made arrangements for Benny to be kidnapped. Why? Benny, of course, he's like the only person that Candace really loves. It's her brother. She has her mother. She has her brother. She had her son. Her son passed away. After her son passed away, her relationship with her mother just really went horrible. She already didn't really have a relationship with her mother, but after her son passed away, she blamed the death of her son on her mother, even though it was really Candace's fault. But the child was in her mother's custody at the time, and the child got shot. But still, it was Candace's fault because the people who came to shot the place up was looking for Candace. So anyway, so now the only person that she really cares for is, her brother Benny. Out of everybody, out of her mom, out of her son, out of everybody in her life, even out of the president-elect Charles. Now, she really does love him, but not more than her brother Benny. So anyway, they figured we'll kidnap Benny, and that's what they did. Now he's stuck in the basement, tied up to a chair, trying to figure out, how to get the heck out of there. And he tells the guy that Jim Cryer is dead. And so therefore, since he's dead, they really don't have to give him the money. This is what he's thinking. But the people who kidnapped him is like, nah, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. We done went through all this trouble. We didn't kidnap you. We didn't pay a girl $1,000 at the stripper joint to drug you so that we can kidnap you. So they gonna get something out of it. And did y'all see how Candace put the smack down on that stripper? I was like, ooh, child, I was getting my life. She was beating the snot out of her until they decided to give up the information because they was playing dumb at first. The stripper and the guy, I think he was probably the owner of the strip club, but he was like, oh, we don't know what happened. We ain't seen your brother. We don't know. And then Candace started whooping that, man. She opened a can of whoop ass on that girl. And then they was like, okay. Check the cameras. I know the plate number. We got the make and model of the car. Just, check the cameras and get what you need and get the heck out of here. So that's where it ended, though. So we didn't, I guess next episode, we're going to find out, or we're going to see them going to try to rescue her brother Benny, or I don't know if he's going to get out himself or if they're going to have to rescue him to get him out of there. But for right now, Benny is still tied up to a chair in a basement. Now her this guy by the name of Marty, I don't remember him, and I've been following this show since the very beginning. I don't remember Marty. Now Marty, if you guys watch Power, you would recognize the person playing Marty from Power, because in Power, Marty played Tommy's father, his estranged father, the one that Tommy killed himself because he thought that his father's gonna rat on him. But anyway, that's where the guy, I was looking at him like, who the heck is that? And then, hold up. They threw another character in here tonight. Okay. For y'all who are Bill Cosby, the Cosby Show. I ain't even going to say Bill Cosby fans. I'm going to say the Cosby Show fans. For those of y'all who are the Cosby Show fans, and y'all remember Sandra Huxtable? Cliff Huxtable and Claire Huxtable's daughter. The one who was married to... the guy that she had twins by. Okay, now his real name is his name on the show is Senator West. Senator West is his name on the show, but his real name in real life is Jeffrey Owens. But on the Cosby Show, his name was Elvin. I know y'all remember Elvin, right? He was the one that was really intimidated by Claire and also by Cliff Huxtable. And he married Sandra. They had twins. Y'all know him. And I see him every now and then on different shows, but I was quite surprised to see him on the Have and Have Nots. But anyway, he plays Senator Conley West. And he had paid a visit to the President-elect Charles, the one that used to date Candace. And I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Like, he is really up there trying to convince Charles that it's okay to have these extracurricular relations with women, but not with Candace. He don't want him to be with Candace. He's like, you need to level up. You need to date up. You need to sleep up. Candace is not where it's at. Candace is going to cost you your election. But I think he's going to eventually get back with Candace anyway, because you can just tell that he really still cares for her. He really still loves her. And Candace, obviously, she still loves him as well. But he whipped out that picture talking about, have you heard of such and such? And the president-elect was like, well, no, I really kind of don't really know her, but I know what she does. She, has a lobbying office. What about her? And he was like, their youngest son. This lady's youngest son, middle son, I should say, and her husband. That's really my son. So this man is up there promoting adultery. Promoting sleeping around, talking about the only way that he gets excitement is from his extracurricular relations outside of his marriage, and that's the only reason that he can stand to be still, as senator or be in his position that he's in, because of the excitement that he gets from sleeping around. So President-elect Charles is like, okay, so what you're trying to tell me, what you want me to go out here and just, just get with, anybody who's like, no, you have to date up. Find somebody who has just as much as you to lose as you do. And see, that's what's wrong with a lot of these guys out here who find themselves cheating, and they find themselves in these relationships with these females out here that don't really, they don't have nothing to lose. They don't have nothing to lose. So that's when they usually tend to snitch, and they usually tend to take pictures and they post them on Instagram and Facebook, and they take pictures of the dude when he's asleep or stuff like that. They be laying in front of the dude like chick chick, and then post it on Facebook and tag the baby mama in it or the girl. Because they ain't got nothing to lose. But again, I'm not promoting adultery. I'm not. But anyway, I was kind of shocked to see Elvin in the show. But anyway, I used to love me some Elvin. He was so shy in the Cosby Show. But okay, so next, who we gonna talk about next? Okay, Justin done returned to the hospital. The cop Justin, he done returned to the hospital. First of all, he left the hospital when he wasn't supposed to leave the hospital. He wasn't healed enough. Now, Veronica had him like beat up and toe up from the butt up. If you get what I'm saying, in jail, beats up, toe up from the butt up, because of the fact that he hit her. Now, for those of y'all been following along, y'all remember that scene when he hit her. She got really, really mad. She was like, okay, I got you. So when he went to jail, she had some goons that she worked with, behind the scenes, and she had them get arrested so they could go to the same jail, to the same precinct, and then beat him up from the butt up, and he got toe up, inside and out, pun intended. So anyway, he had no business leaving the hospital, no business at all, but he left anyway. But now he's back, and once he saw Jeffrey and Nurse Madison walking side by side and talking to each other, his jealousy struck again. Like, this man is not going to get over Jeffrey. Jeffrey seems like he's over him. And I think that's a good thing, because you can really tell, especially in this episode, when Nurse Madison gave Jeffrey that medicine. Like, for one, you a nurse. You a whole nurse. And you done gave this man some medicine that wasn't prescribed for him, your medicine, to help him with his anxiety. And then when they were sitting around talking, just the way that Madison was looking at Jeffrey, you could just tell that it's still something there. Like he really really likes Jeffrey. And Jeffrey, he seems like he might be done with Justin, and it wasn't like they really had a relationship. Jeffrey was always trying to just help him. Like every time Justin would flip out and start going on this jealous rage and acting crazy, Jeffrey would always like try to help him and try to, instead of trying to get away from him, he was always just trying to help him. So anyway, Justin sees them both up in the hospital. He starts going off. Madison walks out the room. Jeffrey walks out the room, and he leaves him right there. And that's what told me that I think Jeffrey is finally done with Justin. He just left him there, and Justin tried to get him the guilt trip. Like, your mother is the reason why I'm in jail. She's the reason why I was assaulted and attacked in jail. She's the reason why I'm in the hospital now, bleeding from the inside out. Trying to make Jeffrey feel guilty. He was like, you shouldn't have hit her. And he walked out the door. He was like, you shouldn't have hit her. Like, okay, this is Veronica Harrington, and you hit her. Yeah, you might not have got what you deserved, but what you got was because you put your hands on my mother, and she do not play that at all. So they both walked out of the room. Justin, the way he was sitting there mad and pissed off and stuff, I'm like, oh my God, what is he gonna try to do with Jeffrey next episode? Because that was the last we saw them right there. Let's see. The last thing I wanted to talk about was let's see. Celine. Okay. Celine, I don't quite know why she thought that David might have had something to do with Jim no longer paying his child support. Like when she saw David in the hospital, David rushed to the hospital to check on Jim, his friend. They friends, but they ain't that good of friends that David is going to tell Jim, stop paying your child support, man. Them kids don't need no money. Let their mama work 2-3 jobs, to take care of them. You don't need to pay child support. You might be a billionaire, but you don't need to pay no child support. So I don't know where she got that idea from. But anyway, I think she's more concerned about if he's going to die. She kept, pressuring him to tell her who shot him. David finally told him, that the police are saying that his own son shot him. And of course, she got a kick out of that because, for one, Jim ain't had nothing to do with their kids. He had an affair. He made 2 kids out of wedlock on the side from the affair. And basically what he was doing was just giving her money. Once she had got fired from being their maid or their housekeeper, matter of fact, I think she was like the head housekeeper in the house or whatever they call housekeeping now. She was like the head of the house. And once she had got fired, they really didn't have anything else going on. And then after that, he stopped paying child support. So for some reason, she feels like David might have had something to do with that. I don't know why she would think that. But anyway, basically she's hoping that he will survive, that he doesn't die. And from what Wyatt said, when he was in the jail and his mother was brought to the jail, and his mother said, you just wait, I got something for you for killing your father. And Wyatt was like, oh, he ain't dead. I heard in the car ride over here in the cop car that he ain't dead. That he ain't dead. Now, as far as Benny, he's still being held hostage in the basement by those thugs who Jim Cryer hired to kidnap him. Now, he had told them that Jim Cryer was dead as well. But then Wyatt told his mother he ain't dead. So I don't one person said he dead. The next person said he ain't dead. I'm going to assume that Jim Cryer is not dead. And like I said before, like 2 episodes ago, y'all can go back and check. I said it is not going to make any sense for them to kill off Jim Cryer or his wife Catherine. Now I know they had showed Wyatt shooting both of them. Come to find out, Wyatt shot over Catherine's head, so she never got hit. But he did shoot at his father, so he did get hit. But with the Celine and Veronica, how Veronica had offered to get Celine some child support and get her some money for them kids, that Jim ain't really. I mean, he taking care of them financially and child support, but he really ain't been a father to them kids, and he has stopped paying child support. So Veronica told Celine, get with me and I can help you get money from Jim for your kids. So I think that's all she focused on right now. That's the only thing she's focused on, is getting money from Jim. Now, how much money he has? Candace stole $8 million. He had Benny, her brother, kidnapped, held for ransom, so he can get that $8 million back. But now he's in the hospital, and they are trying to basically revive him and bring him back to life. So Wyatt says he's not dead. The only part we really saw of Jim, like this whole entire episode, was like at the beginning when they was using those I don't know what those things are called, when they like shock your chest and try to, jumpstart your heart, or I can't remember what those things are called, but that's like the only time we really saw Jim in this episode. But again, I believe that he is going to survive because, like I said, the storyline wouldn't be as good if he was to pass away and then Celine would be coming to Catherine talking about, I want money, I need money, your husband, rest in peace, he owes us child support. It would be more interesting if Jim was still alive, because Catherine and Jim, the way they be going back and forth at each other. Even though they don't love each other anymore, they remain in a marriage, together. And I think that's basically for the sake of money and finances. And, Catherine is the reason why they were well off in the first place, because her family was well off. So Jim basically married Catherine because he wanted to marry into money, not new money, but old money. So that was the whole reason why they ended up together in the first place. But Catherine knew that, and that's why she was sleeping with them young boys on the side all through this time, through this relationship. That's exactly what she was doing, because she knew that Jim didn't really love her and that he had all these flings, including Candace and including Celine on the side. So anywho, next episode, I guess we're going to find out if Jim survives or not. We're also going to find out if Real is going to come at Veronica. We're also hopefully going to find out if Justin spazzes the hell out and tries to go off on Jeffrey and Madison again, because he was sitting in that bed in the hospital pissed off. Like, this man is really okay. Y'all remember that TV show called what was that? Crazy. Oh my God, what was that? What was that movie? Some white female. Y'all remember that movie about the lady who went crazy over the married man? It was single white female. This is like single white male. That's what Justin reminds me of, single white male, because he is cray. But anyway, we're going to see what's going to happen to him. And as far as Benny, we're going to see if he gets rescued, hopefully in the next episode. But anyway, you guys, make sure you hit the like button, share the video if you like. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I don't thank you for tuning in tonight to the review of the Have and Have Not, Season 7, Episode 4. I still owe you like another review of... which one? Oh, Love and Hip Hop New York. Love and Hip Hop New York. So I'll probably do that Saturday. But in the meantime and in between time, the Hood Table and Tanya's Primetime TV Squad, stay blessed, be safe. Make sure you hit the like button. Give your girl a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you are not already subscribed. And stay safe. Be blessed. I'm out. Deuces.